today. I'd like to thank you and the members of the committee for all the hard work you did last year in enacting the education reform bill. It's only been in place for less than a year now. There were several bills before you today that will seek to radically change that. We would urge the committee to not make any changes in the legislation that has not been fully implemented. And but we do support a couple of pieces of legislation that are before you today, Madam Chair. One is to enact a strong charter school working group to support the bill filed by Representative Haddad and Senator Petroselli. We also support legislation addressing facilities filed by Representative, former chair of this committee, Representative Walls, and Representative O'Flaherty of Boston. We are in opposition to the local approval of new charters, moratorium of new charters, changes in the funding formula for charter schools, and the imposition of new retention and recruitment procedures on charter schools that was comprehensively addressed in last year's legislation. With that, I'd like to turn it over to the experts that are here with me today.
Good morning. Chairwoman Diaz, Chairwoman Pike, members of the committee, thank you for allowing me to speak with you today. My name is Charles Cassidy, and I'm the chairman of the board of Boston Collegiate Charter School in Dorchester, where I've been a trustee for the past 7 years. In my professional life, I am a managing director at Cambridge Associates here in Boston. We're a privately held investment services firm that provides investment advice and consulting to clients around the world. I'm here to testify in opposition to various pieces of legislation that is throwing roadblocks in front of charter public school expansion. House Bills 170, 1067, and Senate Bill 186, which would require local approval of new charters, and H 1049, which would place a moratorium on new charters until September 2015. I was born in the city of Boston and attended public schools in Boston and elsewhere in Massachusetts. My siblings and I were first generation in my family to attend college, and we have been beneficiaries of an excellent public education. Also, over the past 4 decades in my business career, I've been involved with and observed successful, innovative companies. I appreciate the critical role that a robust public education system provides for our society and the vital role that innovation and a results orientation plays in business. That, in my opinion, is what charter schools do in education. They apply innovative teaching methods and inventive curricula that inspire and motivate their students. They hold teachers and students accountable for their results and are themselves held accountable. Charter public schools in Massachusetts are a Massachusetts success story. That's why the public supports them, and that's why the business community sees them as a key to maintaining the Commonwealth's competitive edge, a skilled, well-educated workforce. In business, when a product is successful, you make it available to more people. Today, more than 27,000 students attend charter public schools in Massachusetts, while another 35,000 sit on wait lists. We know we have 1,000 on our wait list. Rather than restrict the growth of charters, the legislature should continue to support their growth and give families the opportunities they seek and deserve. Last year, the legislation took a huge step approving a major education overhaul bill that will allow charters to double the number of students they can enroll in low-performing districts. However, the legislation before us today runs counter to this. These bills would require local approval of charters or place moratoria on their growth. There was a reason back in 1993 why the legislature gave the power to approve charters to the state and not to municipal governments. Charters were created to be independent public schools, open to all students, but not managed or overseen by local school districts. There are inherent conflicts in a model that requires district approval, since charters and district schools are competing for the same students. Putting charter approval in the hands of local school districts would amount to a de facto freeze on charter growth. Since most of our schools are located in urban areas, their students come primarily from low-income and minority backgrounds. Charter public schools are making a difference in the lives of these children, as this year's MCAS results show. A higher percentage of students in charter public schools scored proficient or advanced on every test at every grade level compared with their sending districts. 15 different charters